Hey guys, this is Billy P coming to you with Billy P Travels all around the world. You guys know me, I'm always on the move. Anyway, coming to you from my home here in the Philippines. We just got back here in the Philippines. I was just abroad, Colorado, Las Vegas, California, and Atlanta, of course. Just got back. I'm sorry it's been a while since I've dropped a vlog, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna get back up to date with these things. Now that I'm back here on solid ground and I'm back in my studio. So today's vlog, I'm talking about medical. I'm talking about your health, you foreigners coming here. First of all, let me say thank you for patronizing my page. I will never ever take that for granted. Thank you for being here. To all my followers and people out there that do follow my page. And also I want to let you guys know the Philippines is wide open. It's wide open. Do yourself a favor, get the Trace app or whatever, do that. But that's all you really need. You don't need to have a COVID test and all of that craziness. There's people that are putting up these vlogs acting as if there's a big to-do to come to the Philippines. It's not, and I'm just being real, and I'm always gonna keep it real with you. So all you need to do is get yourself a Trace app, do that health thing. It's free to do, have that with you just in case. I just got back, nobody even asked me for it. But the Philippines is wide open. Today's vlog, and I'm gonna jump right into this because I'm not gonna bore you guys with it, but today's vlog is about taking care of your health while you're living here or while you're retired here in the Philippines. Before you come here, make sure that you either have a nice bank account, you have some good insurance, and I'm talking medical health insurance, or that you've got some way, form, or fashion of getting yourself back stateside if and should you have to deal with some type of an emergency. Now, the reason I'm talking about that today is because I just had a friend, his name is John Bush. I'm gonna put his link in the bottom of the description here. He and his wife, good friends of mine. We've known each other for 2 years. Young guy in his late 40s, early 50s, I believe. I met John 2 years ago at the embassy with he and his wife. My wife and I were there. We were all getting passports for our kids. Anyway, John was just recently diagnosed with tuberculosis. So what did he do? He checked himself into a Philippine hospital here. Okay, so he goes to the hospital. And here in the Philippines, I just want to forewarn you, whatever you do in a hospital or whatever it is that you do, you need to pay that. You're going to have to pay that day. There's not going to be any next week or, pay as you go, pay, on a borrowed time or whatever. You have to pay whenever they administer any kind of service with you, they want their money. So John checked himself into a hospital. Turned out he had tuberculosis. Don't know how he got that or how it came about. But he was in the hospital for 3 days, okay? No problem. Went home and he got worse. Now, I don't know what they gave John while he was in the hospital, but whatever it was that they sent him home with, John got worse. The second mistake he did was taking himself back into the same hospital again. This time, they kept John for a little over 3 weeks, okay? And each day, they would have these specialists, these doctors that would come in and look at John and say, well, we probably need to have this done, we need to do this. And remember, like I said, here in the Philippines, if they recommend something and you say okay, they're gonna do it, whether you need it or not, okay? But anyway, with every day and every doctor that John saw, that was just money racking up, and it just racked up until I guess at the end of the month he was still in the hospital, and it turned out John ran out of money. He literally ran out of money to pay his debt. I think it got up to around 10,000 US dollars, 150 to 200,000 pesos up. You have to do the math on it. But it got to the point to where the guy just ran out of money, so they started a GoFundMe page on Facebook. I'll share that link too, so that you guys know that what I'm telling you here is very real and you have to pay heed to this. But anyway, John was in the hospital a little over a month. They wouldn't let him leave, okay? Now listen to what I just said. The hospital nor the authorities would allow John to leave the hospital until he settled his debt. In the meantime, the guy is getting sicker by the day because he can't afford to have any other kind of drugs or any other kind of whatever surgery that they wanted to do on him. He couldn't afford it. The GoFundMe page was doing okay, but not enough to sustain what John was going through. He eventually, like I said, tuberculosis got worse. Then it got into his lungs. And then, like I said, I'm going to be quick about it. 2 days ago, his wife texted me and told me that John was in cardiac arrest. The guy was having a heart attack. He had flatlined twice, okay? Now this is a guy that's in his, like I said, late 40s, early 50s, well taken care of, good looking guy, healthy guy. And all of a sudden, just like that, he's gone. This happened just yesterday, 2 days ago, like I said. John passed away due to the causes of tuberculosis, and like I said, he had a major heart attack while they were doing some type of surgery on it. What kind of surgery? I don't know. His wife doesn't even know because she just, I don't want to say, I don't even know how to explain. I don't even think his wife knew what they were doing to John other than what they were telling her. Did she understand it or comprehend it? Who knows? I don't know. I just know that John is no longer here. He's got 2 baby boys. I think the ages are 3 and 5, and now his wife is alone. They had a beautiful place here in Manila, or there in Manila, a condo there, and I don't know what's to become of all of that. But the reason I'm telling you guys this is like I said, the Philippines, the authorities would not let John leave. His first mistake was checking into a Philippine hospital. I just want to say this to you now because I've been sick here. You get sick, and if you think that it's bad enough to where you need major care, you get on a plane and you fly to Guam. That's the closest thing to an American hospital that you could ever want until you can get totally stateside. Number 2, make sure that whatever it is that they diagnose you with is serious. You may want to have some type of contact back in the U.S. to where they can help you decide whether or not if you need to get on a plane and get the hell out of here, because John didn't do that. John got caught here and no one could help him because, like I said, even if John could have flown out of here, and I don't think that he could because of his health, they wouldn't allow him to leave the hospital until they settled his debt. John's debt got up and around 350 to 400,000 pesos. Do the math on that. I think it's right now, every $1 is 58 pesos here in this country right now. But the bill got so extensive that he just couldn't afford to pay it. The guy died because, in my opinion, he couldn't get proper care. And I think John saw 9 different doctors in the time that he was in that hospital. And they were all, this is what's sad, they were all telling him what they thought he should do and what he needed. And eventually, his wife, they decided to do surgery on him, and sure enough, they ended up doing surgery, and the guy just passed away. He just died. Now, you're talking about a brawny, healthy, 40-something, 50-something-year-old man that just like that. One day I'm talking to him on the phone, he's in the hospital, the next day he's gone. Cardiac arrest. I don't know what took place in that hospital, but I do know John may have passed away because of tuberculosis and whatever other ailments that he had. But in my opinion, it's because he couldn't get or didn't get proper care. And I'm just going to forewarn you, this is nothing negative about the Philippines and their medical system here. But I'm telling you, if you are a foreigner and you have plans coming to the Philippines to retire, you make arrangements, you make plans to have some kind of escape route should you have to get back stateside. And like I said, the first place that I would be thinking about is Guam. If not Guam, you've got Alaska and you've got Hawaii. Those are the closest places that you can get to from a U.S. American doctor that to where you can actually feel better about whatever type diagnosis you're getting. Now, his wife clearly told me that she did not feel comfortable with what they were sharing with her, with what they thought John needed, what he had to do. Just on the flip side of that, I had a friend over here, a good friend of mine, Craig. His wife's Bim. They were here a couple of weeks ago. We all sat around, ate dinner, had some drinks. Craig had to leave, and it turned out that he thought he was having a heart attack. We took Craig to the hospital. Turned out Craig was drunk. But you know what the hospital charged him? They charged him almost 15,000 pesos for 3.5 hours of sleeping off a major drunk. They wouldn't let him leave until they, until they verified that he was drunk and not having a heart attack. What do you do with that? How do you digest that? I don't know. But all I can say is that if you come to the Philippines for retirement, yes, it's beautiful here. Yes, it's a lot of fun here. I love the Philippines. My wife is here, her daughter's here. But you've got to have some type of escape route should and if you get sick, because I'm here to tell you, in my personal experience, the hospitals here, the doctors here are not the people you want to be dealing with, and that's just my opinion, okay? I would much rather get on a plane, fly to Guam, fly to Hawaii, or California. I guess LA is going to be the next best place. But what you need to make sure of is that you can get back stateside, because here you will be kept in the hospital whether you like it or not. You will not be able to leave, and they're going to administer whatever they want to administer to you until your bill is just outrageously expensive. And what are you going to do at that point? It's exactly what just happened to my friend John. You guys stay tuned. Again, I don't want to batter on about this. I'm sad for his wife, Ashley. Like I said, John was a great guy. We just lost him. And I'm telling you, to all you foreigners, especially you Americans that are planning on retiring in the Philippines, have a game plan. Insurance, or have a lot of cash. Have bank accounts that you can pay for your bill, because you get here and you get sick, and you get admitted to one of these hospitals. I'm here to tell you, they're going to get every penny that they think is necessary while they're treating you while you're here. Again, that's not a knock on the Philippines, but I'm just telling you what I've just experienced here over the last month after getting back here. Two good friends of mine, one slept off a terrible drunk, cost him 15,000 pesos just to sleep that off in the hospital, 2.5, 3 hours. And my good friend John, of course, John passed away yesterday. Cardiac arrest, and like I said, the guy was in great shape, big bull of a guy, and two young boys. Just very sad. I feel really bad for his wife. You can still donate money to his wife and his two boys. Guys, I'm going to put a description at it. You can go to Facebook and look at his story and look at what he went through trying to recover and get up out of this. Again, this is Billy P. Hope you guys will stick around. Hope to have more positive videos coming to you from the Philippines here over the course of the next few days, okay? So stay tuned. I love you guys. Peace. Billy P is out. Take care.